Welcome to another educational video about screen printing by Catspit Productions. Thanks a lot for clicking on my video today. I really appreciate your time and attention. And please remember, I sell screen printing equipment and supplies at catspitscreenprintsupply.com online. And also, I have a storefront right here in Phoenix, Arizona. So you can visit me Monday through Friday and even Saturdays and check out what I have available right here in Phoenix. Okay, and remember, if you're buying Ranar screen printing equipment, make sure you call me and check out my offerings on the Ranar screen printing equipment, because I offer free shipping on the equipment and the kits anywhere in the continental US. And also, I offer a lifetime guarantee on all the Ranar presses. And you can only get that guarantee when you buy from Catspit Productions. And that means if you buy a screen printing press, a Ranar press from me, if something breaks or you have a problem with it, you call me up and I'm going to take care of it free of charge for as long as you own that press. Okay? So give me a call if you have any questions about that. Now, today we're going to make the screens for the two-color artwork that we did in the video previously. Okay, so what we have to do is make some screens today. So we have some film positives. All right, I think I just said we have to make screens like twice, didn't I? But anyway, let me say it again. We have to make some screens. Okay, so here's the film positives that we printed out in the last video. Remember, this is a two-color Catspit design that I'm doing for fun. And we used Adobe Illustrator with the host separations through the print dialog to RIP software in order to print out these two film positives. All right, and I'll show you this close up, but the way that I have this set up, idealistically, something like this, where we're printing some darker inks onto a light colored gray shirt, kind of like this one, we might want to print it wet, okay? But because I was lazy and I used the host separations and I just used the artwork the way it was, it's all but. And the way it's going to print is, this one's going to go down and this one's going to trap it a little bit. Even though it's but, when you have the bleed over, it's going to trap a little bit. And so I'll probably end up flashing this first color to keep it crisp. You know what I'm saying? Because it probably could be printed wet, but I would lose some resolution and clarity in the text. So I'm probably going to flash it in order just to keep this crisp and really sharp and looking very legible, right? Because this is my little plug right here in the middle. All right, so anyway, now that I'm looking at it, it really doesn't matter which way to print it since I'm going to use a flash. Okay, so you know what I'm saying? In other words, it doesn't matter. I could print either one first and flash it and do the other one. It'll be the same difference. So it doesn't really matter. But what I'm talking about is here, this little bit of area here, where the other color is going to be inside here. I want to keep this really crisp and clean and sharp with square edges, so that's why I'm going to flash on this job, even though I may have been able to tweak it a little bit and print it wet, or I might even be able to print it wet like this if I want to, but I want the print resolution of the text and everything to be really, really crisp and superb, since it's representing Catspit all over the world. So we'll do a flash on it. All right, so now let's get the film positives on the screen. Okay, so we're in darkroom conditions, so I apologize. I'm doing the best I can to light this up for you so that you can see a little bit of what I'm doing here. But I did a video a while back, I don't know how long ago, about how to place the film positives when you're doing a multicolor on the screens, and I showed you two different ways to do it. I showed you one way with the ruler and another way using kind of a jig on the glass. So today we're just going to use the ruler method because it's a two-color and it's fairly simple. So I already have the first color taped up on the screen. Okay, and all I did was I measured from the top of the registration, those big capital T's that I use, right? I measured from the top to the frame edge. It was 5.5 inches. And then I did the same thing on this side of the registration mark, 5.5 inches to the edge of the frame, the top of the frame. Make it nice and easy for you to do it. And then I took a measurement from the side of the frame to the middle of the T, the base of the T, the vertical part, and that was 5 1/4 inches. So I did about 5 1/4 inches each side and 5 1/2 inches from the top. And that's all measured off of the registration marks, okay? You don't want to try to do it off of the artwork because the artwork can vary or be asymmetrical and stuff like that. So we always do this part using the registration marks, okay? So now I have to take the second one. Hopefully this will work all out, as I did not do any dry runs to prepare for this video, because you know Catspit is, we don't rehearse and write scripts for our videos. We do it on the fly from the knowledge in my brain. Okay, so all right, so you see what I'm doing, and hopefully I have some tape available. Okay, so basically, and let me just point out that with a rear clamp press, you just have to be close enough. It does not have to be exact by any means. If I'm a little more than 5 1/2 inches, it's not really going to be a big deal, because the rear clamps have a lot of ability to move the screen around, quite a bit more so, I think, than a side clamp. Okay, so I'm 5 1/2 inches, 5 1/2 inches about, and I normally do the top first. I don't know, I just do. And then I'm going to check the sides, and we got to go a little that way. So I pick it up, and without trying to move the film up or down, I'm just going to slide it over. Okay. So let's see, where are we at? Oh, 5 1/4 inch. That's perfect. Now I'm going to have to get in the way a little bit here. Sorry. 5 1/4. That'll work. Okay, now I'm going to recheck the top. About 5 1/2, that's close enough. About 5 1/2, it went down just a little bit, so let me see if I can just bring it up a little bit, just to be on the safe side. That's perfect. 5 1/2, and I'll double check this one side again. About 5 1/4, it's perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to, oh, that tape is done. Now you got to try not to mess up your film positive before you get tape on it. Okay, because I've done that, and that's kind of a bummer. All right, so now these two screens are ready to expose. So let me get situated so that you can check out the exposure. I got to move the boom mic and stuff, and we'll expose these and then go over to the washout booth, all right? Because now I have both screens with the film positives taped on. Alright, so let's see if we can get these screens washed out properly. I can't really give you an ultimate view of this because we want these screens to come out properly the first time and not have the video distract me. So bear with me here. I'm going to get in the way and I'm going to wash out the screen and hopefully not have any problems. Hopefully, well, might mess up the exposure a little bit, but you can see what's going on in here. That looks pretty good. That should do it. I think this screen has been sitting in there for a long time, so it was a little, took a little workings. Okay, so let's see. Let's take another close look. I think I like it, and even though the screen wasn't really great, I managed not to get any problems. What's that? Hey, what's that? There's a little something right there. There we go. Gotta be careful if you do that. You never know when you can, you know, ruin some detail just by doing that. All right, so enough is enough. If you overwork it, you're likely to, you know, have a problem. All right, so let's try this one. And yeah, ideally you want to turn the light off. This screen wasn't that great either. This one washed out really easily. And it looks pretty good, I think. Let's take a close look at this professionally coated screen. Look at it, how, I don't know what I was doing that night. Who knows? But it will work. Looks good. So let's let these dry out. And oh, and remember, you know, I'm gonna do the finishing. I'm gonna let these settle a little bit, and then I'm gonna use the vacuum nozzle and take the, or the air compressor, either one. I'll decide depending on how delicate the emulsion feels. And then I'm gonna blow out this water out of there so it doesn't dry in there and cause any problems. All right, I think that's about it for today. I have the two screens here, and now that I'm looking at them, I realized I should have probably went through the rack a little bit more and chose better ones, because this one, look at this is funny. This one I chose, actually, the mesh is coming off up here. So I'll probably duct tape this and see if we can set this up and not have any registration problems, but I probably should have chose a different screen for that one. And then I picked this one for this one, which is probably fine, but it's just funny that I chose this one with the tear, you know. But this one's probably perfect. That won't really affect it at all. It's the other one, this one here, with, you know, when you have some mesh releasing from the frame, you can experience loss of tension and possibly distortion or something like that, which is going to cause registration problems. So I'll probably try to set it up with this, and it might work. It's not that loose, but it could be that I might have to make this one again just because I chose the worst screen in my shop to possibly use. And I kind of wanted to keep these up indefinitely, so it would have been a good idea to pick a better screen. So that's it. That's all. I just wanted to mention that, you know, make sure you pick really good screens for some of those designs that maybe you want to leave up indefinitely, or you know, on a multicolor, don't pick out the worst screens when you're, you know, take some time and look through your screens. All right, that's it. That's all for today. Thanks a lot for watching. Please remember that I sell screen printing equipment and supplies online at catspitscreenprintsupply.com. I offer free shipping on all the Ranar equipment and packages in the continental United States, and we also offer the lifetime CatSpit guarantee on all the Ranar presses, which you can only get from CatSpit Productions. So as long as you own your press, your Ranar press, and you bought it from me, I'm going to take care of you. So give me a call if you have any questions about Ranar screen printing equipment. Thanks again for watching. If you like what you see, rate thumbs up, comment below, and subscribe. We'll see you next time.